and you would never have hit anyone.
I tell everyone the same, Craig, and I probably think you rather than me have contributed to the change in the city. Obviously I've been involved in a lot of your sales, but I've watched the city change dramatically through apartment living, really. I live in an apartment myself, so I'm an apartment owner. I wouldn't have any other lifestyle myself. I've got no interest in any other lifestyle but an apartment lifestyle because of the busy nature of life. And I said, to me it's interesting, here we are, we're standing in an apartment that sold last night.
That's right, yeah.
So it's funny that we're doing it in an apartment. It sold for 560,000. I've had a look around. It's incredible value. I would have thought at 560,000. I think the market and the way you've always met the market, I think, has contributed to probably the amount of property that you have sold. It's a lovely big open plan space, but for the location, we're looking out of a window at a terrific view. But really my chat was with you about what you've done, mate. You know, you've been doing it a long time. How have you seen it? How have you enjoyed it?
Well, we've moved as the city's progressed. As I said earlier, Wellington's changed hugely over the years. It is a great place to live. People want to live in the city now, and we're trying to really build buildings that reflect that change. This project here at Republic probably sums up quite a few years' work and things that we've learned over the years. You can tell probably how quiet it is in here, for example. That's a big thing for inner city dwellers. That's the brick exterior, of course, but it's an evolving market and we like to move with it.
And I think you have, mate, and it's been a pleasure for us being involved in it all and watching the change, and every development to me has had a little edge to it, which I like. I mean, I think people want that now. I think you can go around and see a lot of things that what I call are the same. So no, mate, I mean, as I say, the chat's been a long time in coming. We speak every day, but I think it's a chance for us to have a chat, and as I say, we've both seen a massive amount of change in the city, and I really want to thank you for the contribution you've made to the city, mate.
Well, it's like everything, it goes both ways, and I'm sure we'll still be having this chat in another 10 years. We might be in our wheelchairs by then, possibly.
As I say, I genuinely believe that. I believe the city's changed dramatically, and I love it myself. As I say, I love it myself, and anyone that experiences the interesting part about it that I've noticed in the time I used to go to been in a lot of houses. At one point I thought I'd been in them all, but I haven't. But it's staggering how many people took a wee while to experience apartment living. But I can honestly say with my hand on my heart, I haven't met one single person that's done it who hasn't enjoyed it.
Yeah, and I've found the same with our clients, Tommy. I always describe it as I'll meet them in the street 2 months later and they all say without exception, why didn't we do this years ago?
And that's not me, and you know what I'm like, mate, that's not me being a real estate agent or pushing a product. I haven't met one single person that's experienced apartment living who haven't done exactly the same to me, have gone, should have done it a couple of years ago. We absolutely love it.
Well, it's an easy life, if you're an owner and you're an investor, we know that we've got a big population of people in Wellington now that want to live in the city, and their life is easy. All our various entertainment zones are here. Proximity to the waterfront's a huge one that we've found over the years. You must find the same thing.
Yeah, and I'm gonna. This is obviously a video being made, but I want to say something here that potentially might even get me in a little bit of trouble. But I'm going to say it. I've watched thousands and thousands and thousands of New Zealanders invest their money in all different sorts of things. I've watched people lose their life savings on what is called investment, but I have yet to see anyone lose their life savings investing in property, mate. And so if you investors out there are looking for somewhere that you can drive past and point at and say, I own it and I control it, then I suggest an apartment's not going to be the worst thing they've ever done. I get all the time, which absolutely kills me, and you're probably the same. Every party, every dinner, anywhere I go, people want to ask me, Tommy, what's the property market like? What's happening? What's happening in the property market? And I say this to people, and I've never deviated from this. I say this to people. I say, look, in property, you sometimes do great deals, you sometimes do okay deals, and you sometimes do average deals. That's what I say. But do me one favour and continue to do deals. And that's what I say to people. Ultimately, in the long run, do not listen to the newspapers, do not listen to the TV. If you listen to the newspaper 20 years ago and listen to the TV 20 years ago, you and me would not be standing here now, mate.
Absolutely right.
No one would have done anything. And I've watched The amount of wealth that I've seen created through people buying on the back of a newspaper saying not buying, mate, I used to stand in the auctions and do the auctions, and I used to say, you'll drive past this in 15 years time and you'll say, why didn't I listen to Tommy? I should have bought it then. So I had to cover the market, mate. If you've got any interest out there in doing anything, you can't read a property market. If you buy, the market will look after you. That's how I've always seen it, mate. You know?
And that's what we've found out with our experience as well. So.
Anyway, mate, leave it with you. Thanks again, mate. I mean it. Thanks again. You've been terrific, and
we'll do it again in 10 years.
Terrific, mate, in 10 years' time.